It's Henry! Mowers and blowers!
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers! Good morning. It's the day after the storm and it's freezing. As a result, all the snow is super hard and powdery on the top, you know, but icy on the bottom. Yesterday I had a great time with my Blue Bayou tractor with the plow, and my big boy, my monster beast, really did well. Even though there was a couple of backfires, you know, kind of a few pops here and there, you know. So I'm thinking I gotta do the valves. I think I might have to do the valves and maybe do a quick and dirty on the carb, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about the quick and dirty. So quick and dirty, I phrased it as a quick and dirty because what it is if you have a snowblower that's not exactly running great, but it starts and runs and it doesn't stall, means that it just needs a little bit of cleanup. The bowl probably on the bottom has some kind of gel, some debris that could get trapped up the main jet or the emulsion tube. And the little tiny pinholes that are in the emulsion tube could be clogged. So basically you just need to take the bowl down without taking the carburetor off and do some sprayage. So that, I might do that with the big boy as well as the one with the mag wheels, you know, because that kind of sputtered a little too. But it doesn't stall. It did stall under a heavy load yesterday, but we had a load, you know what I mean? Anyway, from a previous episode, I'm sure you guys remember, one of my subscribers, Victor Gaines from LaGrangeville, New York. He's been a long-time subscriber, and he actually bought some stickers too. Anyway, he knew that I needed 3 Craftsman 42-inch decks for my 3 haulers in the back, and he wanted to trade because it's just sitting around his house, you know what I mean? So he said he either wanted $40 for it, or maybe you got something to trade, I'll be happy to trade. And of course I got that Boland's push mower from Nick Iardi the other day, and he says it just needs a carb clean, you know? And then what's funny is Victor told me, listen, let's trade, but don't touch it. I want something broken. I'm like, yeah? He's like, yeah, I want something broken so I can fix. I said, okay. I've got this Boland's for you. He goes, okay. So, of course, he told me, LaGrangeville, I'll be over in like a couple of hours on Friday. And I'm like, a couple of hours? It'll take you 4.5 hours. He's like, no, a couple hours. Whatever. He's here. 2 hours he made it, just like he said. I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, I'm going to go get that deck out of his car. And you guys can meet Victor. Hey guys, here's Victor Gaines from LaGrangeville, New York. Are you gonna say hello?
Hello! Only 2 hours away.
I can't believe it! There's no way!
This is off a tractor I bought along with 2 leaf vacuum shredder things. The tractor was stripped terribly. Had almost nothing on it, no motor or anything like that, but it had this nice deck. So I'm keeping the tractor. I already put together a engine from several other engines, and it's running. But I don't need the deck because I don't mow my own lawn. In fact, I've never mowed a lawn.
What?
My parents hired people to mow their lawns. I hire a guy to mow my lawn. I've never mowed a lawn, but I love lawnmowers now.
In your life?
That's right.
How old are you?
I'm 68.
You're 68 and you've never mowed a lawn.
That's right.
There's something very suspect about that, I'm telling you, really. Well, I mean, how much did they charge you to mow your lawn a week?
Well, I have like 2.5 acres.
2.5 acres? Well,
so it's like
that's a reason right there, right? That's
bucks.
why you shouldn't mow your own lawn,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But given even 2 acres, though, you think about the amount of fun you could have mowing right? If I had 2.5 acres, how much fun would I have mowing my lawn?
Well, the guy who comes, he's got this giant zero turn, and man, he's fast. Thing goes fast.
How long is it taking?
Oh, probably an hour at the most to mow the lawn and do the weed whacking around it and all that.
That's really not bad for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
How much do you pay for something like that a week?
$90.
$90 a week?
Well, yeah.
That's out of control. You'd never get me to do that. I mean, that's $400 a month, for goodness sakes. Just to take care of your lawn. I bet you're glad it's wintertime, huh?
Well, yeah, that's true. In fact, I do snow blow my driveway.
This is decent, bro. Thank you. And you were gonna sell it. You were gonna sell this locally for 40.
Yeah, 45. For you it was 40. I greased everything up. It should be working good. And yeah, there you go. It's the kind that's connected with cable to here, right? You recognize this?
That's perfect. That's exactly the kind that I have.
I sharpened the blades there. I think they're fine.
Fantastic. So we're gonna, instead of $40, we're gonna trade for Boland's push mower. But then again, you said, I don't want you to fix it. I want something broken. And I said, what? Obviously, he wants something to do, right?
Right. This is my hobby. I'm not trying to make money. I'm trying to just have fun.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you that this one is not that broken. It just probably needs a carburetor clean. Yeah. And it's in excellent condition. And when you fix it, you may have to mow a lawn for the first time. What do you think about that, huh?
Well, I do, you know, when I get them going, I do mow a little bit of the lawn to make sure that it's okay before I sell it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go in my backyard now. It's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna be kind of rough to get back there because the snow has built up over the gates. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a little bit to try to dig it out of there, you know? And then lug it from my shed all the way over here in the snow. So that'll be a little bit. I'll put you guys on time lapse so you can go with us. So it was good to see Victor, nice guy. Gave him a couple of old 3-post solenoids. He wanted to try to see if they worked on his tractor. Actually, it was the only ones I had left. I had a brand new one, but he didn't want to take the new one, you know. Anyway, then I got a call from a guy asking for one of my transmissions. If you guys remember the Hurricane Isaias tractor that I got with Larry a while back, it was an Agway MTD. It's called an Agway, but it's like a yard machines one, you know. Anyway, I was in terrible shape. I needed it just for the engine. I remember stripping that down, tore it all down, and it had a MTD transmission in it, you know, 5 or 6 speed. Anyway, so I had it listed on Craigslist for the longest time, and finally some guy, he wanted it for his project. So I just met him at the church. $60. I had it listed for 50, but he didn't have change, so he just said, "Here, take it." I'm like, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I got change," you know what I mean? He wants to give me $10 extra, whatever. Anyway, he said it was just what he needed. I'm glad I could help him out. Anyway, so as you guys know from this, it ran okay. You know, it did stall a couple of times during heavy load, you know, and I have a feeling that there might be some debris in the bowl of the carburetor. So I'm gonna do what's called a quick and dirty. Just put it on its service position, take the bowl off, and spray all the holes that you can see, especially the emulsion tube, you know, and put the bowl back on and see if it runs a little better. That's what I want to do with this one, and I want to do that with the big boy too, just to see if it'll fix the popping sounds it has. But I have a feeling I might have to adjust the valves. We're going to put it on its service position, which is its face. I remember this thing leaks gas whenever you do it, which it's doing right now. Quite a bit of it too. A lot of it. I'm going to have to pinch it off or something. Got a clamp pinching off the fuel. It'll drip. And we're going to get to where the bowl is. It's right there. It's still dripping. You guys see that? I'm going to get you closer and get a wrench. Take that bowl off. So I've got you really close to the view of the bottom of the carburetor. It's actually a 7/16 for this type of carburetor where it has the screw in it, the nut, which is the fuel adjustment screw. Because of the big wheels on this thing, it's difficult to, it's in the way, you know what I mean? But let's remove this screw and we'll figure out what's in the bowl. Because this nut has the jet in it, I have a feeling that it might be pretty clogged. So here we go. It looks a little dirty, as you can see. If you guys could see that, it doesn't look like it's open. It looks like there's some black stuff in there. Now let's take the bowl off and see. It has some black residue in there, dark residue, not terribly bad. Along that drain plug there, that's, you press it to drain fuel out like that, right? It has some sediment there too. So it is a little dirty, but not terribly bad. I'm going to take some carb cleaner and just blow it in through this emulsion tube area, and then clean out the bowl, and I'll show you what the jet looks like. So I'm using contact cleaner from my friends over at Lucas Oil. I don't know if you guys can see that. There goes the product placement. Because this mag wheel is in the way, I can't even get this in here like that, but I think I can manage. Stick the straw right around there. Blow. The sound shows that it goes up the emulsion. That's all you really need to do. And curve the straw just to blow it out. I'm going to clean the bowl and I'm going to clean the jet too. So I'm removing this adjustment screw. As you can see, there's some varnish on it, but it looks okay. My voice is a little raspy because I've been talking to Victor all day, you know. So look at here. There's the hole there. I'm going to take a zip tie, not a zip tie, a twisty tie. Stick it through this hole there, and it's clear. Just going to spray it, clean this area there. There might be a super small hole, I'm not sure. I'll have to look more carefully. I'm going to clean this bowl too. I was correct. There is indeed a super tiny hole that you couldn't even see right above the big hole. See that? Super tiny hole. The torch tip cleaners do not fit in there. You have to use a twisty tie from a bread bag to get it clean. There it is. Okay, this jet seems like it's okay. Spray a little bit. Wipe it clean. Clean the bowl now. There we go. So I'm just going to put everything back and we'll see if it runs better. Okay, I just put everything back together again. Put it back down. I hope it doesn't leak because it was kind of hinky to get the bowl on there and matching it up with the gasket, you know. Ideally, if this thing didn't run at all, you would have to remove the heater box here, the knob, and remove the entire carburetor from the intake manifold. If it was handy, you could easily probably take it off the intake manifold, you know. Take the intake manifold off with the carburetor still stuck on it. This is a good sign. I just released the clamp and it is not leaking. Sometimes if you think that you might have pinched the gasket of the bowl, it may not be on right, but it's not leaking, so I think it's okay. Now let's test the primer, see if you can feel fluid going through. Sounds okay. Let's try it. Choke, full throttle. Let's give it a pull and see. Sounds great. Let's just test it a bit. This is all heavy, icy slush. I don't think it'll work, but I just want to try. See what I mean by the slushy snow? That's how it gets clogged. Honestly, it wasn't bad though, huh? Beautiful. You see how nice this engine runs now? Just for a quick and dirty. And honestly, this did okay. I was really surprised. I didn't think it would get that done, you know? So that's very cool. Nice. Very cool. So if your snowblower runs without stalling, you know, just by itself, but it kind of bogs down when you're under load, when you're blowing snow, it's probably because you got some residue in the bowl, some sediment, and your jet nut is kind of clogged, you know? It needs a nice opening for the fuel to get in there so it can combust well. You can see it runs great just from a quick and dirty. And that's how you do a quick and dirty carburetor clean. So one of my subscribers, Chad Bergen, over at Bergen's Garage, go follow him on Instagram, sent me a couple of brackets that he fabricated for me on his CNC plasma cutting machine, and he sent it to me as a gift. Thank you very much, Chad. I really appreciate it. This bracket over here, I just basically placed onto my little radio flyer trailer tractor, whatever, my little trailer where I have my most used tools that I just would pull out of my garage, and that's what I'll be using for fixing whatever I was fixing. And so this is the rack where I can put all my impact drills and stuff like that, and that holds very well. Also, he made me an Air Tools one. See, it's actually CNC cut with the words Air Tools. As you guys know, I got rid of my air tool air compressor as well as my Air Tools because I just never used them, you know what I mean? I really just like my impacts, you know? That's all I use, and I just fine without them, you know? If I need it stronger, I have a 1/2-inch impact that I plug into the wall, and that works just fine too. So these fit perfectly for some screwdrivers and a file, which I always use, and I'm always digging through my mess to try to find them. So now I'll know I'll have Phillips and flatheads, big, small, medium, whatever, in a file ready when I need them. On the other side is the same thing. This, as you can see, has been customized with the drill pattern in there. It's very cool. Since I only have 3 of those things, I have plenty of room for it. So instead, I'm just using it to hold my hammers. And I only have 2 hammers too, believe it or not. So this works out great. And I also have this thing that I got from Samuel Sandoval, and that thing from Samuel Sandoval. And so I appreciate all the gifts that my subscribers have been sending me because they know that I'm going to use them in an episode or 2 in the future. I'm going to be using this a lot. And so if you guys would like to send a gift to Mowers and Blowers, contribute to the channel, feel free to do so. Just type in the comments for my email, and my email is available at the description of every video that I make, so you can contact me that way, and we'll go from there. But thanks very much for everybody who contributes the gifts to the channel. It will be used in future videos and also be displayed. Your wonderful work and your contributions are always displayed in the videos as well. So once again, thanks a lot to Chad Bergen over at Bergen's Garage. Bad thing for Bobo is that he really has no place to smell and pee and poo, you know? And because there's no lawns anywhere. It's all covered with snow and stuff, so... Ooh. So that's it for today's episode. Today we just did a quick and dirty carburetor clean on this 522 push snowblower. It was running a little rough, especially on load, and I figured that it needed a little bit of a tune-up, you know? Whipped out the jet nut with the adjustable thing, right? Cleaned out with carburetor spray. Used the wire to clear the holes, blew out some more, as well as the emulsion tube inside the carburetor. When we put it all together again, there was no leaks. Started up great, ran great, and actually it gets rid of that heavy slush pretty well for its size, you know? Also, thanks again to Chad for giving me some CNC plasma cut tool brackets for my radio flyer tool trailer. Also, a visit from Victor Gaines over in LaGrangeville, New York, who did a trade. Gave me a much needed 42-inch mower deck for my Craftsman LT1000. I need 2 more. But when it gets a little warmer, which is, I don't know, in the near future, maybe not, we'll install that, well, we'll paint it black, and then we'll install it onto one of my 3 haulers in the back, all LT1000s. So thank you very much for that, and good luck with the Boland's push mower that we traded for, and I hope that those 2 solenoids I gave you, at least one of them work, you know. But anyway, that's my video for today. Just doing stuff that needs to be done the day after a big storm, you know. I'm going to have to do a quick and dirty on this one, and possibly adjusting the valves for that engine, because there's a little pop, pop, pop sometimes, you know, and I think that could be the valves. If you guys know the valve clearances 5 1000s, 4 1000s, 6 1000s, to the exhaust and intake of the Tecumseh 13 horsepower Snow King engine? Drop it in the comments, will you? Thanks a lot for joining me on today's episode. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.